Hello, good morning, good evening, or good afternoon, wherever you're at. So, have you had the experience where you're wanting to be more present? You want to feel more like you're experiencing your day rather than that you're being like, I don't know, running through your day and looking at it from the back behind. Okay, like we've all had those days where we're super busy and you get to the end of it and you think like, oh my goodness, like what happened? Where did my day go? I lost all this time. Or especially if you're a parent, I have had those days where I just feel like I would really like to enjoy the moments more with my children. I just think like, where did all those moments go? Like, I just feel like I've done breakfast, I've done the dress, like getting dressed, getting to school, all the running around. By the end of the day, like they're in bed. What happened? So you may have had that too. So I wanted to jump on today and just talk about what it is that you can do to be more present in your day, because that really comes down to getting those smaller moments and making them bigger. It's going to help you to stop feeling like you're missing out on things, because I know how much that happens. A lot of my clients, they comment about how their days are so busy, but they're feeling like they're missing out on the life that's happening around them, and they're looking forward to when they have a holiday, or when they you know eventually in any X amount of years time, when their kids are bigger, or when they retire. All these kinds of things they're pushing off towards the future, whether that's in a few weeks for a holiday or a few months, or whether it's a lot further down the road when your children have grown up, or when you've hit retirement, which for a lot of us will be quite a ways away, right? But you've been feeling frustrated. You may have been feeling like just like everything's been passing you by and you haven't had a chance to just catch a breath and enjoy the day that you're in. So here's a really neat little trick to do. And if you're watching this live, comment live and drop in where you're watching from. We'd love to hear it. And if you've got questions throughout, just drop your questions in the comments as well. So what happens when you want to be more present, when you want to really experience your day? Here's a neat little trick to do that, is be where your feet are at. I know, sounds so simple, right? So what does that actually mean? That actually means is that you are going to ground yourself to where you are right now. And that could be in a couple of ways. You could be just feeling your feet. So if you're sitting down, so I'm going to sit down to my desk, and until I talk about your feet, you didn't even notice that they were there, right? Like intuitively you know, but you haven't been really processing that your feet have been maybe been touching the ground. So if you're standing or you're sitting, either way, see where your feet are at, and you can feel what your feet, feel your toes. Start to wiggle your toes and start to feel all of your toes there. And you can do this with your hands. You could do this with your, when you're seated and you're going to feel where your seat is matching your body, all those kinds of things. And all it is you're concentrating on the physical sensation that you're experiencing right now. What that does for you is it actually allows you to bring your mind back into focus on something else, rather than rushing on to the next thing, or reliving something that has just happened, or being frustrated in something that has occurred that you don't know what to do with. Be where your feet are at. That gives you a chance to just ground yourself to where you are and be present to what is happening around you. Other things you can do along with being where your feet are at is listening for sounds. One of the favorite things I like to do is listen for the sound that's the furthest away, and then you listen to the sound that's closest to you. And take some time in between. Your brain is going to want to wander off and do its own little thing. That's totally normal, because our brains are not used to this. So if you haven't gotten towards getting your brain to focus, your brain is going to automatically shift into thinking about something that's been happening. So when you are looking to create some more presence in your day, so being present right where you are to enjoy the moment more, begin with being where your feet are at. So feel your feet, feel your toes, feel the connection that you're making with the floor, with the ground, with the earth. If you want to make more of a connection, take off your shoes, do that. If you're at work, Hey, I get it. I've been at jobs where you definitely didn't want to walk around in your bare feet or your sock feet. But just feel where your feet are at, wiggle your toes in your shoes. No one's ever going to notice. And what's going to happen is that you're actually going to experience that moment that that you are in right now, rather than anything that's happened just before that moment and anything that's going to be coming next for you. So if you've been wondering how can you be more present in your day, be where your feet are at. All right. Thank you for listening. Again, drop the comments you've got anywhere you would like, or actually the comment box, I should say. And if you'd like some more information, always go ahead and check out kimhighmakers.com. And you can find some more information there. It'll give you a link straight into the Facebook group where I do more of these kinds of trainings as well. We'd love to see you there. And again, you're going to be present. You want to be where your feet are at. Remember, you're going to have a lot of stories that are going through your mind. So you may need to work on those stories as well in order to make being present in your day easier and more effective as you go on in your practice.